out there in gardening land. As you can see, I'm looking forward to summer. I've got my Hawaiian shirt on, and it's January here in Coos Bay, Oregon. It's cold outside. Brr. Anyway, it's just wishful thinking.
There's Iwi. Good morning, Iwi. Yeah, you're waking up. You good dog. Yeah. You want to go out and look at some plants today? Oh no, your leg hurts. You'll just have to stay here on the couch. Okay. Keep that tail wagging. Good girl. Good girl.
Good morning. We're here in Coos Bay, Oregon, Zone 5. And we're going to look at some specimen plants that I found around the town. I just want to go over Zone 5. Now we're talking about sunset zones. Now sunset zone 5 can occur on every continent in the world. Look at the size of that Catone Aster back there. That's a Parney Catone Aster, the biggest one I've ever seen. Let's go take a close look at some of the berries and leaves. My goodness. Okay, I'm gonna walk up on it. Look at that. It's got a 10-inch trunk on it. Oh, and look at those berries. Look at the leaves. Parney Catone Aster. Look at that cluster of berries. Wow. That is one gorgeous plant. I'm telling you, it's the biggest one here in Coos Bay, Zone 5. Hello. Behind me, there's a really nice shrub. It's, as you can see, it's about 8 feet tall. It's a Pyrus Forestii. It's a lot bigger. The leaves are bigger than a Japanese Pyrus, and it comes from China. Now there's the Pyrus Forestii. It has pretty leaves. Then later in the summer it'll get long clusters of white flowers. Behind me is an ornamental cherry. The cherry has been grafted onto the cherry stalk. So, and it's quite a beautiful plant when it's in full bloom. Behind me is a tall hedge that goes all the way around this property, and it's a common small tree that grows wild along the coast in Zone 5. It's called the Pacific Wax Myrtle, and you can see it's giving this property privacy. There are some Pacific wax myrtles right behind me. They've been pruned into small trees like these others that we just looked at, and they will grow a lot bigger. But anyway, they make a real nice landscape plant. They grow well, and you can't really hurt them. Behind me is a Hanoki Cypress. It's a nice tree for a medium to large size garden, and it is a cypress, and it will get a little bigger than this. Now Sunset Zone 5 has certain conditions that occur. Now one of them is rainfall. Now rainfall averages about 64 inches a year. The growing season of Zone 5 goes from April to November. Winter lows can get down to 1 degree Fahrenheit. And that happened in Bandon, Oregon, where I lived at one time. That was 25, 30 years ago, but I remember it got down so low that it started killing actually it burned and killed the tops of a lot of bushes, but the bushes came back. But if any plants were planted that were way out of Zone 5, it just killed them outright. Now in Zone 5, the summer highs can get up to 100 degrees, but that's only for a few days, and the temperature does not hurt the plant unless it's sensitive and just set out in the sun. Some plants in Zone 5 need to be in the shade. Now this tree that's behind me, it's called a Upine. It's a Podocarpus macrophyllus, and anyway, it's a really nice specimen. I'll walk out here. It's in fact, it's grown so fast. I planted it about 4 years ago or 5, and look how big it is now. Now here's this Upine, excuse me, just grown huge, and it has interesting needles, so you can't mistake it. It has these long needles, and they just stick out a mile, it seems like. So just remember this one. This is a nice plant.